What the hell? It said it detected copyrighted audio or video. That's why it ended that last stream. There was no copyrighted anything. I just came in here and said, hey, I was pooping for a long time because I talked to my dad. And it said copyrighted material. What? It's not copyrighted. What the fuck, though? Why did it just end it all of a sudden and say I was violating copyright when I wasn't? I didn't do anything like that because it said I was streaming copyrighted material, and it ended the stream automatically. But I wasn't doing anything like that. I was just standing here. So what the hell, YouTube? You know, what the hell? You were lying, YouTube. You were telling me lies. YouTube was lying to me.
Why?
It said I was streaming copyrighted material, but I wasn't.
When?
Just right now. It just ended it all of a sudden. It put that yellow bar up that says, you are streaming copyrighted audio or video. I think it says, actually, specifically. And I wasn't doing anything. This is the second time this has happened in the lifetime of my streaming, where I wasn't doing anything wrong, and it ended it all of a sudden for copyright violations. It's some bug in their algorithm.
Mm-hmm. It is. Oh, hello, P&P. Good morning.
Yeah, Bone. They do make up BS real quick. It's true.
Yeah.
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 Oh, meow. Okay. Petulant Spike Club nincompoops. That's possible, except it's unlikely because what the notification that pops up says is we have detected copyrighted material, audio or video. I think that's what it says. And are ending this live stream immediately. You know, it says something like that. So it sounds like if nobody's reporting it, it sounds like their algorithm picked up on, like, you know, maybe if I were to, well, one thing that happened the other day was I played a cover and it has on the monetization indications in the YouTube studio that I have to share some of the revenue of that stream with the songwriter of the song that I covered. So that's pretty slick algorithm, you know? I mean, who would have thought that YouTube would get that sophisticated? That if I cover a song, it recognizes that I'm doing a cover, and requires me to share some revenue with the songwriter. That's weird. That's that's pretty impressive. And the way it says it recognized the cover was by melody. Hi, Levi Samuels. Nice to see you again as well. Jason Blood was recommending, Levi, that we all go out rioting later. What do you think? That was my instruction to YouTube. It was, come on now, YouTube. Probably that's why, yeah. Yeah. Let's all go out writing instead of rioting. That's a good idea. My dad was telling me inside right now about these. I guess some people like basically cleared out a whole jewelry store. They had gotten They'd stolen cars, taken the license plates off of the cars, driven to this liquor store. They were all in masks and stuff, and they cleaned out the whole store. I mean, not the liquor store, a jewelry store, and cleaned out the whole store. I guess they trashed Santa Monica last night, as well as San Bernardino. So maybe not such a terrible thing that there was a curfew around here. Also, apparently they've made threats to move into the suburbs and start fucking with people's shit. But the thing is, that won't work because people in the suburbs will shoot them. Fortunately. No, I am bone. If the powers that be were attempting to incite a civil war, they wouldn't have charged that cop with murder and fired those other cops. They'd actually give people something to protest about. I applaud. That's what happens. I found taken. What happens if a rioter gets shot by a business owner or someone else worried about their safety? Hooray! That's what we do. The self-defense is the only appropriate use of force, right? These rioters are using a force inappropriately. If somebody uses self-defense, that's an appropriate use of force. I mean, the thing is very simple. And this is the great irony of it, too, is for years, I was the number one advocate on this issue of cops getting away with murder and killing people all the time and nobody even thinking twice about it. And then finally that shit happened with that one dude and everybody freaked out. And now all of a sudden everyone's aware of this. Well, who's they, though? It's like, who is the they that's busing people in? Is there actually a leadership to this organization? Or is it just sort of an organically mushed out meow? Yeah. Ferguson was the first one of these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Prior to that, I was a serious advocate on behalf of people who were abused by the police and nobody and the media just buying their bullshit stories, no matter how bullshit they were. We live in Arcadia, California. Independently organized branches or groups receive large anonymous donations from whom? Eric is a big gay. Eric is big gay.
Who said that?
Technobait.
Oh, Technobait.
Don't tell my girlfriend. This is like, you really got to work on trying to find something where I've got a little bit of insecurity about it or something, Otherwise, you're just kind of barking up wrong tree after wrong tree. Let's see, what am I insecure about? I don't know, Technobait. I can't do your work for you. You're going to have to work harder than that. Levi Samuels says, hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Being too tall. That's fair. You got me. You got me. Technobait burned me.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you say?
I'm too tall.
Oh.
That's fair. You got
That
me.
is.
You got me.
That is good.
That's a burn.
Mhm.
All right. Well, let's say George Soros is putting in large donations. It certainly is plausible that some rich person could want to foment rebellion.
I'm doing well, Samuel. Samuel. Levi Samuels. How are you? Sorry for that.
Levi Samuels, that is not true. That is definitely not true. I don't. One thing is that is a reality is that I've never considered myself handsome at all. I've always considered myself rather unhandsome, but the internet has made it impossible for me to be insecure about that. It's like somehow YouTube made it just insanely impossible for me to be insecure about my looks because I get all this positive regard from people, which is so strange about my physical appearance. Actually, there's women who attend this and who think I'm attractive. I have a very young, attractive girlfriend and everything. It's kind of nuts. But anyway, I've never considered myself physically attractive at all. So as a consequence, it's actually something I'm not really insecure about either. I sort of came to terms with it a long time ago, and this is all just a big surprise. Like, what? I have dating capital? What? When did that happen? Hambone has a girlfriend, sort of. That is big news, Rachel.
What?
That's big news.
I know that is big news. I'm really happy to hear that.
I'm a little worried about this sort of, Hambone.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried about the sort of.
that's something that.
Her parents won't let her leave the house.
Oh.
Because of COVID? Or just because they're crazy parents? Or you get to see her at work.
Oh, that's nice. Coworkers. Where you work?
Well, oh yeah, it's an extended holiday. Thank you, Alan Brian Holla. Alan Brian's extended the holiday. I appreciate that.
Oh, thanks. I have to go to another.
Now, do you guys like touch each other a little bit at work and like smile at each other and hold hands and stuff? And go tee hee hee. Did she go tee hee hee? You're so funny, Hambone. Did she do that? Oh yeah, I'll help you. Sorry, I'm just sitting here.
No, it's all right.
Has she done that to you yet, Hambone? But has she said tee hee hee? You're so funny and touched you on the shoulder?
See, this is new information to me too.
This is the number one girl cue that
How did you know that?
I don't know.
You
It's
know
just
yourself.
well, no. Somebody said, well, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the girl to touch you first. Okay. So Johnny, my ex neighbor, told me this. That this was around the time of my divorce, and he explained that you just wait for them to touch you first. And then I started thinking about, well, what are the contexts in which a chick's likely to sort of touch you in a way to indicate I'm touching you, but not be ridiculous about it. Well, the number one way I could think of, Rachel, can you come sit next to me so I can demonstrate it?
Yeah.
I'm the girl. You're so funny. Like that.
Like that.
That's how girls do it. And then, you're in like Flynn.
Erica shit. So, Octavia Sylvia, how would you do it? What kind of suggestion do you have?
I don't think Octavia's talking about that particular TE. I think responding to Technobait's thing.
Oh. Where's it?
No, that's good to eat. You know what else is good to eat for all
That
you
is.
young men out there? Remember my instructions about how to stand next to a woman, right? So let's say you want to go, you're talking to your girl here, you know, and you want to get things physical, and you're walking along the beach like this, and it's the sunset, okay? Now, let's say she stops like, oh my gosh, the sun's so beautiful. The sun's so beautiful. You don't go like this. Don't approach her like this, face to face. That's too much. Don't go like this. Don't approach her from behind. That's a little scary. Okay? You don't go like this. Don't back into her. That's strange. Instead, you go and you stand next to her just a little closer than would normally be the case, right? You don't touch her. Then you make a joke. Nice sunset over there. Joke, joke, joke. And then she says, you're so funny. And you know it's on.
It's a pretty good workout right there.
That's how you
Which
do
makes
it.
me feel like I've been clueless so many times.
No, I've never used this technique.
I used it on him.
But I came up with the idea that this is a good technique.
Jump on her shoulders. That's a good one.
You could play,
Leapfrog.
get her to engage in chicken fighting with you. Get another couple to and play chicken fights. Then she has to get on your shoulders.
Yeah, and then you know.
Then you're
it's on.
really in like Flint. 'Cause
Except she falls
head,
off your shoulders.
Yeah, don't drop her.
Yeah.
But you're in because you got your head right there already. So you got your whole back of your head right there in the money zone.
So all you have to do is turn around your head and you're right there.
Yeah, that's true.
The advice in this
Walk around her and in front of her. You run around her. Technobait, that's a terrible technique. So don't do this. Don't do the Technobait technique and go run around her.
Run around her.
Trying
You
to
like
confuse
circle
her.
her. As if it's like a mating
Yeah, right.
ritual.
Don't yeet her.
Don't throw her in the don't yeet her either. Do not throw her
Never
in
yeet
the
a woman.
ocean. No.
I think that's been really good advice, right? Never
Actually,
yeet a woman.
Never yeet the woman. Yeah, like even if you're at a pool party and everyone is hanging out and she's even funnying you, if you take it further and push her in the pool, you're done.
It's over.
It's over.
You just broke her phone for one thing.
Oh yeah.
She had her phone in her pocket.
You know it.
Yeah, don't push her in the pool.
I'll moonlight walk around her. So is that different than just regular walking? So like the moon is around you and you're like staring in my eyes and saying it to me?
I think he means, yeah, maybe if you hold the woman's hand and spin around together like that, you know.
La, la, la.
You do that, but that would make me motion sick, I think.
Possibly, yeah.
Rachel and I had the most delightful outing yesterday, didn't we,
Yeah,
Rachel?
we did.
We went up to Santa Barbara and we did a little fishing, which is to say we put a bunch of fishing equipment into the ocean. We lost endless amounts of weights and hooks, and I lost a whole pole in the ocean.
Yeah.
Okay? Yesterday was a testimony to bad fishermanship. Is what it was. We did a
Both of
terrible
us.
job of fishing.
That ocean was rough, though. We were hooking onto rocks, and the waves were really big. That's okay. What's up, Octavio? I really just kind of started talking. So.
Moose in his ass.
It was like I know you from like the beginning, so it's nice to see you around. Oh, moonwalk. Oh, yeah, you can moonwalk. Now, do you moonwalk like to her?
Okay. If you're moonwalking to her and she's a sensible woman, she would say, do you think I'm a prepubescent child? Because Michael Jackson always elicits thoughts of that. So I don't think you want to bring any Michael Jackson into your mating equation in general. It's a bad idea to bring any Michael Jackson in,
Yeah.
including moonwalking and including lighting her hair on fire. Don't do that.
He did that one time?
He lit his own hair on fire.
Oh.
It was an accident. It was
Yeah.
making a Pepsi commercial.
Oh.
The fireworks or whatever lit his hair on fire.
I vaguely remember that.
Now, here's a notion though. Could you possibly crip walk to her? That's not necessarily that's where you where you pretend to limp, basically.
And then you end up it's like you just put your butt out.
That's how you crip walk.
You did that good.
Thanks. That way she'll think you're really gangsta.
I mean, I thought Eric was really gangster right there. So. Next on Jacko.
Yeah, I agree. Nick's on Jacko. Holla at your boy. I'm Mr. Tranquility Good. Ruse Moose, you have a new girlfriend too? Hambone and Ruse Moose both have new girlfriends?
This is really nice.
That is so exciting.
Yeah, this is really exciting. Where'd you guys meet? Where did you and your lady friend? When did you make it official, actually? Was it like one of those things where like you were friends first? Or you just like were chatting for a while and we're like, you know what? Let's make this official.
Is how you scored her by telling her that someday you're going to be the drummer in Host Eric's band? Someday, Ruzmos, when I am a platinum selling, world touring musical phenomenon, you are going to be my drummer. Like, no, I don't want to go do that, Eric. Here's even more money I'm throwing at you. Okay, fine.
That's how the industry works.
That's how it works. Eric, obviously, you don't have to provide a counter to evolution to prove it's invalid. But just out of curiosity, do you have any theories on the subject of our existence? I think SEM makes a lot of sense. That this is a big SEM because it seems like when you look at the history of extinction events, that somebody was playing the game, trying to get to intelligent life, and it kept having to start over. It really seems that way. It's like if you look at the fossil history and stuff, first there was a period of a bunch of corals, and they couldn't get past corals. Oh, fuck. I don't know what I did wrong here, but all I have is corals. A whole planet covered in coral and nothing else. Wonderful. Okay, so then that's too boring. So extinction event. Okay, extinction event, everything dies. Let's start over. Oh, now I got to like fish and stuff, but not good enough. Start over. Okay, now I got to these big dinosaurs, but the big dinosaurs are so big and powerful that intelligent life can't sustain here. There's no niche for intelligent life. So we're going to have to start over. So then extinction event. And this happened about every 40 million years. It's like somebody's playing the game, puts in about 40 million years of game time, and then decides time to start over. That's how long it takes to figure out if you're going right, you know? This time, it's been 66 million years.
So
After consistently 40 million years, 40 million years, 40 million years throughout history, basically. Huh. That's weird.
that is something to think about.
You're still on stage 1 of lockdown in Washington? What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Does that mean you can't do anything, basically? Are they going to end that soon?
How are you keeping in touch? That is hard.
Well, he's at work. Does this
yeah.
girl work at your family's butcher shop? That you're really in like playing then. But you got to watch out because you might be accused of sexual harassment. You know, you might be accused of exploiting your position as. Are you her boss? I mean, look, I married my assistant from work before, so
Really?
Candace was my assistant
She was
at work.
assistant.
Yeah, that's how I met her.
Wow. Why have I never asked you that? It's so weird because, like, I think I take for granted some things because, like, some questions some gaps because I watch your videos. So it's like, I feel like I know your story already, but I didn't know that.
Yep. She's my assistant at work. And basically what happened is there was a couple of days where I would occasionally bring Delilah to work with me. For some portion of the day, sometimes if there was a caregiving problem or whatever. And I basically assigned her to caregive my child while I would do her work,
Okay, so it was exchange.
Well, it's like she was my assistant, right? Yeah, well, my job was such that I was able to do that. Anyway, so
Try that on me. Well, she's an ESFJ. She's probably a pleasure for her.
She was a 2 as well.
Twos like to help out. It's in their nature. Do we have any 2s in our live chat today for Enneagram?
I think Octavia Silva's a 2. I'm pretty sure Octavia Silva's a 2. Yeah.
We never cheat on anyone personally. I really ghost people though, but that's okay. That's better than cheating. I think ghosting gets a pretty bad rap when it's really everyone does it. So huge 649. So do you find yourself in your head fretting? They say that happens with 6s. And 6s are actually considered to be very funny too.
How is Delilah doing? She's doing great. We saw her on Monday for Memorial Day for a barbecue and her boyfriend. And, she's an early 20s kid. She likes to party. She was hungover. That's why she pushed back Monday's start time. What's YouTube up to now? YouTube ended my last live stream for no reason abruptly when it said I was using copyrighted material, but I wasn't streaming any copyrighted material, so it was bullshit. So that's why I was shaking my fist at YouTube.
I have severe anxiety and hypochondriac OCD, so yes.
Okay, Levi, there's this other system of personality called Enneagram that you have types 1 through 9. Type 1 is a perfectionist, 2 is a helper, 3 is an achiever, 4 is an individualist, 5 is a thinker, 6 is a worrier, 7 is a avoider of problems and stuff.
Yeah.
8 is you get angry, 9 you avoid fights, and that's it. So it's like, I like to think about Enneagram as in terms of tri-types rather than just one number. Like I'm a 784 and Rachel's 741, and the difference is not that big. It's not that big. Hi, David Grandam.
It's how do you it's ENNEGRAM if you're interested. I love the double hearts. The double hearts is one of my favorites.
Twice as hardy as just one heart. Yeah, well, that's reasonable to be reluctant. But, if you both are in agreement as that's the status, then that's the status. It's like that's what determines whether or not she's your girlfriend. If she calls herself your girlfriend and you call her your girlfriend, then she's your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. I am an Enneagram subject 3 1-on-1. Is that the sexual variant you're saying?
No, he's saying he's. Oh yeah. You're right. My bad, Rachel. You were right. That he is saying that.
Oh. Yeah, ENNEGRAM. And you take a test, and basically it will narrow it down to one of the 9 types. And then if you want to go into it further, there are types that can tell you the other trait that your psychology temperament goes into when Oh, Enneagram. Sorry, you're right. Activio. Yes, you're right.
Listen, everybody. Just because everybody pronounces it how she pronounced it, you can feel free to pronounce it how I pronounce it too.
Well, I've heard the way that you pronounce
Enneagram.
Enneagram. I have heard people say it that way too.
Okay, but yeah, I guess girlfriend is defined as a potential co-parent, but this doesn't have to be defined like that. You could define it as a mating partner. I thought you were saying a slur the first time you said Enneagram.
Mate.
Me.
Oh.
That's not a slur. I never heard it. I read it so many times before I heard it. And so when I was reading it in my head, I was pronouncing it Enneagram. And then, does Cloud have a new profile?
I think it's the old one.
Oh,
it's just OG. OG's picture. I remember that picture. It's pensive. You look like you're trying to figure something out.
What if you have many mating partners you just go to have sex with? Is that your girlfriend? No, that's a good point, Technobait. That's why I say that the definition is if both parties refer to themselves and each other as girlfriend, boyfriend. Because otherwise, and it's true, it's like, well, I guess what it is saying I am going to be in a monogamous relationship. It's just that's straightforward. You are playful.
I don't know what test were you taking, Alan? Where did you find your test? Yes, 101. I believe though the subtype you're saying 101 is SX.
Yeah, look, there are what are called the instinctual variants of Enneagrams, which are sexual, social, and self-preserving. It's by yourself, with one other person, or as a part of a group. And people tend to view themselves, or like I'm most comfortable part of a two-person team. Me, my significant other, and that's it. And then I second most comfortable socially. Like I want to engage in this group like this. Mm-hmm. And I'm third most comfortable self-preserving. I don't want to take care of myself. When I am doing self-preserving stuff, it's always SI stuff. Like Rachel and I took a bath together last night. For the first substantial section of the bath, I was paying no attention to her at all. I was just doing my own SI shit, like splashing water on my face and going, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Even though I've got this hot naked girl in the bath with me, I was in self-preserving mode at first, So first I engaged all my SI shit. Then I went, but FBI surveillance tailing you. Great. Wonderful.
Well, I don't realize that you're not realizing I'm there. It's not as bad as it looks.
I mean, the thing is, that's one of the challenges I'm sure that is about going out with me, is that whatever mode I'm in, I tend to just be in that mode. And so if I'm not in a mode where I'm paying attention to the other person, I can seem quite inconsiderate or oblivious.
The thing is, when you're with an ENTP, do not follow. Like, you need to do your own thing. Like, I used to think, when following him, I had to keep up with his pace. I had to go his trail because, he's seeing what I'm seeing. But no. First of all, I'm 5'2", and my feet are much smaller, so our pacing is going to be different. So I have to... the best example of this is my friend ENTP and INFJ, went to see a concert, and the tickets that we bought were actually across the street from the stadium. and there was this long line of stairs to get to the ticket booth. So my friend at the ENTP jumped the whole stairs and then crossed the street to the ticket booth. I was like, yeah, I could do the same thing. I fucking landed on my knees and I like ripped my jeans and I was like, that is the last time that I follow her. I will join her and keep up with myself, but I'm never going to do what they do.
No, not those kind of jeans, Technobait.
Well, I might have ripped my jeans. You never know.
It's true. Animals don't have. Okay, hey. First of all, what you mean to say there, Technobait, is you can't have a relationship as an explicit contract because it doesn't play across species. It's a very good argument. It's an extremely good argument. Okay, you mean to say explicit, not implicit, but besides that, it's an extremely good argument, and I'm impressed. Congratulations, you have impressed me. It doesn't happen very often. When people come in and really make impressive arguments I'm just like, oh, you mean you want to actually argue this point? Oh, shit, I don't know if I really want to actually argue this point.
It's putting the cart before the horse. Alan was saying that group sex is fun to watch, but it's not fun to engage in. Can I be real? Sometimes even watching that stuff scares me. I get so intimidated that I'm like, is this real life? Am I not a part of it? Is this the normal? It only looks like some of them are having fun, and then like the dudes, you don't even see the face. So, like a lot of the guys are like ugly, but they're like banging all these dudes. I mean, these girls. I want a turtle. It makes me want a turtle.
Yeah, it makes me want a turtle too sometimes. The thoughts of it, you know. The thing is,
because I don't want to be involved with it. That's all.
Right. I don't want to be involved in any of that shit either. I have an understanding of what comprises a healthy relationship that's pretty old-fashioned, I guess. You know,
Yeah, you pinned me instead of, in the beginning. That was very old-fashioned. You like to hold my hand. That's old-fashioned.
Mm-hmm.
We don't make out.
No,
we're not like on top of each other. Like
we're not kissers.
No,
and that's okay. We're very affectionate. We kiss.
We're kissers.
We're not French kissers.
Outers.
We're not French kissers.
We're not maker outers. Like we're not like.
Yeah.
That's making out.
Yeah, I don't like making out.
He's very traditional.
I find it
ethically normal. That's a good way of putting it, actually.
I mean, yeah, or you could also say, that's a correct way to put it. Okay. Actually, ethically normal. Well, people don't interpret it to mean what it means. What I would probably say is ethically normative, because even though people should interpret the word normal as consistent with the normative, it doesn't mean that. So
that's true.
I would say I'd probably use the word normative anyway, even though that's sort of technically more correct what you say. So that's interesting. I'm glad you said that. It makes me think about it.
No. He wasn't talking about kissing. I was referring to a comment that Alan Bryan said about like
having extra people involved.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rachel was very concerned at first when she got with me that I was going to want to have extra people involved.
Yeah.
And it took her a while to realize that I totally do not want to have extra people involved. That would be totally unacceptable to me. Um,
Act.
do HPs cry after sex?
I've never seen them cry after
I've
sex.
not. I don't cry after sex. Uh, how does Rachel activate her SE? Well, sometimes she goes out on walks, rides her bike, stuff like that.
I like to dance.
She likes to dance, and also there's a certain understanding. I think that I need to step up and make shit happen sometimes, like we did yesterday. We went on a nice outing, and I tend to think of terms of like, okay, she needs SE, I need SI. We both also need the other one, but we're better at sort of recognizing. Like I'm best at keeping her need of SE as an SI thing, sort of keeping track of it. Like, okay, we haven't really done anything in a while. She's gonna start getting antsy. She gets antsy a little faster than I do, in a sense of going out and doing stuff. I think, and I have to also just sort of keep as an SI thing, my own SI and her SI in mind too. So not push it too far. Like I knew right before we stopped where we were gonna fish, I knew that within 5 seconds, Rachel was going to complain about us walking too far. And then, in fact, before we actually got to that big log, she's like, "Okay, how much farther are we going?" I knew already that we were at the limit of distance we were going to go, because I just have this. I've got a good sense of her SESI shit. You know, I keep track of it.
Sorry, I don't mean to complain.
No, baby, I want us to. I want us to have happy times, right? That means not pushing you too far or me too far. I have a tendency to sometimes do that because my SE8 slot, I guess, is just.
Well, you can keep going.
But the thing is, I can push too far for myself too, and push myself too far out, and then go like, "Oh, Jesus!"
It's very
this is torture.
similar for both of us. Like right now, my SI is shit. Because we took a bath last night and my hair got half wet. And like for any females out there who like, do girly stuff with their hair, like if your hair is like half wet, half dry, like just doesn't dry the same. Plus, I just need to take a good like shower. That's the plan. Anyway, that's what I was gonna do.
Are you irritated?
Yeah.
To be irritated, for those who don't remember, is to be irritated for lack of showering.
I'm not even.
Or for a need.
Oh yeah, that happens. That would happen, and I would go downstairs, and my dad would be like, "Feel better?" And I wanted to be like, "No," because I feel better after that. But I would be like, "Yeah, I do. Thanks."
Irritation, of course, is very closely linked to bathoyance, which is the state of being annoyed for lack of bathing.
Yeah.
Usually, either a shower or a bath will solve both irritation and bathoyance.
Dancy. I do feel dancy SE, but a lot of SE DOMs are good dancers. Well, I know a lot of ESFPs that are good dancers. PDA, public displays of affection. Wow, this is going fast.
Yeah, this really is going fast.
Oh my goodness.
Dan the Meta MBTI is here.
Hey.
I want to give Alan Bryan credit for this great joke, in case you missed it.
I missed it.
How many possums does it take to have sex? 3. 2 to do it, and 1 to watch for traffic.
That's funny. What to watch for traffic?
Because possums are always getting hit by cars.
Yeah, they are. That's funny.
The chat pipe was clogged for a bit. Okay.
Thanks,
I see.
Sam.
Thank you for clarifying.
I want to address what Octavio Silva says with Rachel uses too much FI to be ignoring, in my opinion.
Yeah, that'll be fits. In other words,
Getting a lesson I like learning about. Slots.
that's a reason to conclude you're not an FE dom.
Yeah. I'm not an FE dom, but because I don't think INFJs are, I think it's becoming less and less, or I should say more and more accepted that INFJs are probably the coldest of the feeler types in MBTI.
Okay, so then I think what we need to do is we need to come up with a word that indicates a state of despair related to a lack of sheen, and concurrently a state of despair related to a lack of body.
Oh, don't talk. I'm not talking. I can't talk about that.
You can't talk about sheen and body?
No, because it's an art. And some people have it naturally, and some people, they don't. And some people have hard water, and some people have soft water. So to get that sheen and body is an art form.
So, like, sheen. What's another? That was another word for despair. What is sheen? Sheen is one quality of hair. Body is the other. There are two main vectors of body of hair. Okay, it's sheen and body.
Yeah, according to the commercials.
According to the commercials, I've been watching women's hair product commercials for a long time now, and I'm pretty sure that sheen and body are the two important components.
See, that's the MI over time.
Now note, these two things are combined in dogs, and it's referred to as a glossy coat.
Glossy coat is correct too.
So if you want to improve both sheen and body in a dog, you simply give them food that makes their coat more glossy.
Correct.
But with human beings, you can't attain gloss just directly. You have to go first with some sheen and then the body separately. You've got to address both those things concurrently and separately, or else you're not going to have that kind of hair that they have in the commercial that goes like this. You need to have that kind of hair.
Those women already have that hair like that. Just so you know. And with a big thing with that.
Shinguish.
It has to be
Shinguish. If you're experiencing shinguish, it means you're experiencing anguish related to a lack of sheen.
Yeah. Nice running fox.
Or maybe Dan is right. Maybe it is anguishing. I think it's anguishing.
Yeah, it is an anguishing thing for me.
What's the matter? Oh, I've got anguishing. I'm sorry. Here, let me rub some butter in your hair.
That would work.
I'm convinced auxiliary function is most crucial to staying healthy and happy. Otherwise, you're stuck in a Dom Turk loop. Yeah, well, look. That's not true, Technobait. I would say that's correct. Cloud's correct. Cloud has said the most correct thing here so far. Second function is the purest because its opposition is polar. No, 6 is not the strongest, technically. You're going to lose this argument for sure. I've thought about it a lot more than you have.
Anguish is all I feel anymore. COVID can't block me forever. Good, Handbone. I'm happy to hear that.
COVID can't cock block me forever is a good meme. This is why it's this. Okay, you're right, Technobait. But the thing is here, you of all people should know that in this instance it does because my thinking is actually quite good. So while it may not warrant my conclusion, both of our particular experience does warrant my conclusion.
I'm sorry, Curious Cure. I'm really hoping that's a joke. Like, sometimes I'm not sure.
She's joking. She just says
I
says
know,
random shit.
But it made you put a picture in my head, and I'm like, oh my god, that's terrible.
Listen, Technobait, again, that it would be an ad hominem attack if I were warranting. Look, the point is, regardless, it's an irrelevant argument because it's an argument about whether or not you're going to lose this argument. So I'm not going to even bother getting into it. The point is, you are going to lose this argument because I'm correct, and I will articulate specifically why I'm correct. It is the case that the polar function is the one in which person has the least understanding of it, and the reason for that is because the tool function is the manner of being that one reflexively and automatically uses when faced with any problem in any given circumstance, as I am currently displaying. Okay. Note that as a consequence, one reflexively does not use the equivalent function of the same kind, namely the other deliberative function, fi. But the thing is, it's difficult for me to be willing to engage in an extended cognitive function debate because we have to begin with the same. We have to begin with the same frame of reference. In other words, you don't have set up ahead of time a criterion for what it means to accurately describe this. If you'd like to set that up, go ahead, do the framework. You of all people should know this, since you obviously are aware enough of me to make that claim about me. You're ignoring what I'm saying. Now you're just playing ground shifty, ignore what I say. I'm not going to play that game with you.
Curious Kira, I appreciate your humor in this chat, and I also appreciate your ENTP femaleness. It's not common. Well, I haven't experienced it in the chats here before.
Yeah, you're the... Oh, Cloud. I don't think she's never even made the claim that she's an ENTP.
No.
I've stated that she seems like an ENTP.
Yeah, I have. She said I think she said she agreed, though.
Okay, well, again, you need to set your frame of reference. I'm not going to start arguing without a framework here. You need to set your frames of reference here, or else I'm not going to bother debating with you about this. I've established mine clearly. That what we're trying to do here is model an agent's interaction in multiple fields by flows of information. Putting information, getting information, receiving information. I've articulated all of these things. And I've said the reason we can validate this is because it's modeled. So I've given you a validation metric as well. You've done none of that, so I'm not going to bother arguing with you. Do it, and I will. No, the sixth slot function is the other tool function. Basically, it's the tool function you use when your tool function isn't adequate. It's the thing you need to supplement your tool function with to make it work. For example, FE in her tool function is backed up by FI. She needs to be able to display FI effectively to FE effectively.
True.
I need to be efficient and get things actually done for my TI to be meaningful. It's the part of the job you don't like to do and you don't apply to yourself when it's not demanded of you by the external world.
Yes, David. She is cute. Oh, you have music? I have to listen to it.
Who's deleting comments? I'm not deleting any comments.
Cool. Yeah, when you get typed. Well, Eric can type you. You could be INFP. I don't know. You know, it's a journey, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never TI tested Curious Cat. Her jokes seem ENTP.
They really do.
Yeah, I've said it too. She's never made that claim.
Yeah, she never has.
Thanks. Bill.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I tell you who's almost certainly an ENTP is Technobay. Might be an INTP, but probably an ENTP.
I was thinking ENTP.
Just because there's so much, he's niche battling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not deleting anything.
No, and honestly, if there's like something, I don't
censor the comments. You butt ban and butt timeout and stuff.
Yeah. Because I'm half asleep usually.
The thing is, in general, here in the chat, if I remove a comment, I'll usually say something about it. And if I remove Technobait's butt plug, everybody get out of the way because we're going to see a rush of stuff coming out of there.
Oh.
Technobait, you do not want me to remove your butt plug. Get somebody else to do it. Okay, get your mom to do that. Retracted. Hey.
You retracted your own.
You retracted your own butt plug. Okay, that's fine. He removed his own butt plug.
Yeah.
He no longer needs me to remove it.
That's good. I'm glad. I hope that the runnage is.
Yeah,
plentiful.
you keep that in your own bathroom, sir.
That's a good ESTJ line.
Police your area. That's what my dad says.
Yeah.
You got to police your area, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a great expression?
It is. I like it. It's
I do
simple.
too. No, well, I've heard about it, Technobait, but obviously I'm a little less sensually adventurous than you.
Wouldn't that bring an F out in him? Could he be ENFP? No. An ENFP would use Philistine.
Well, curious, Kyra, if you do go and hang out with Rachel and I this week sometime,
Yeah.
then it's unavoidable that I will casually type you. So you'll get typed for free if you hang out with us. I can't avoid. I'll be curious, I'll be too curious to not type you.
I've never met anyone else off the channel, so it would be the first time for me too, which would be nice. I really want to meet
That's
people
cool.
from the channel too.
That's cool. That's fun. It is. It's a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm outrageous like that, Technobait. Sometimes I do outrageous things like mistype people like you. Are we going to stream it? I don't know.
If she's okay with it, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it if everyone else is okay with it. I feel kind of sleepy.
Do you? I'm taking a shower. Ugh. Can't anymore. You want to see what you guys see? One time at work, like I took my hair out of a bun. And it must have been a hot day or whatever. Or again, like my hair got half wet or something. Yeah, we went to the pool. I took my hair out, and it's like kind of crazy. And my EFJ coworker was like, "Oh my God, what happened with your hair?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Marcelius Aurelius Checkmate-Telemuris. Checkmate-Telemuris? That is quite a name.
Where is that?
Marcelius
Ooh,
Aurelius Checkmate-Telemuris.
Wow.
Checkmate.
MAC.
Checkmate-Telemuris
is what I'll be calling.
Checkmate-Telemuris is quite good.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh, really? You made it up? You mean that's not actually your last name?
I like your
Shocking.
icon too. Surprisingly not a stoic. I like that. That should be your description in like your YouTube description. Technobait. Surprisingly not a stoic.
So that means you're countess. Marcellus is Nympha. Nympha is countess, so therefore Marcellus is countess.
Stop it.
Countess, will you stop?
No.
King Krishna Kashyap. What's the other one?
Cash App?
But there's another name in between.
Venmo.
No, not Venmo. Cash App is one of King Krishna Sarmapagu's names. It's not an application to turn money or
That's a sign of an INFJ not listening and
King
joining in the
Krishna.
conversation. I cannot.
See,
I
Cash
have
App, see?
Shirley
Look.
Temple hair.
Look, who cares about your hair? Why are you worried about your hair,
all
my
right,
darling?
sorry. I could be a little
You know what it is?
self-deprecation.
You're ignoring all the incredible sheen and body you have here.
Aww,
This hair is nothing but sheen and body.
thanks.
It's one half sheen, one half body.
You're right.
You've got great hair.
Thank you.
Look at my hair. Would you rather have
I
my
love-
hair?
You're right. I don't need to. I'm gonna turtle again.
Oh, happy tool function. My poor happy tool. King Krishna Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu. It's Kriparani. That was the name I was looking for. Okay, so look. This is
Sorry. I didn't mean
This
to-
is her full name. King Krishna Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu.
I really thought it was
Krishna
a Venmo.
Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu. King Krishna Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu. That's your cheer.
I like that. I cheer that.
Right.
Yeah. What you're going through?
Yeah. It's King Krishna Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu. King Krishna Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu. And then you score a touchdown.
Sarmapagu.
Yeah! Everybody cheers. And there's King Krishna Sarmapagu with the football in her Indian clothes, like a sari is what it's called. And she's pushing people, stiff arming people, and she does a flip, and lands on her feet and strikes the Heisman pose. That's my vision of King Krishna Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu playing football, being the star player, and having a chair made out of her.
So you have a cheer and a song.
Yeah, that's part of the blessings that come with being King Krishna Kriparani Cash App Sarmapagu.
Hell yeah. And my bad for thinking Venmo would be the next, like.
Why didn't your people put a Venmo in your name? Why did your parents put a Venmo in there?
Well, there's AEI on Flux now. Like.
Oh, right. What was that guy's name? Old McDonald had a farm. AEIO. What was his name?
AEIX12.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta look up his name again. Musk's baby. XAEA12, right. Old McDonald had a farm. XAEA12. XAEA12.
XAEA12.
Yeah. XAEA12. If XAEA12 were to come in here, I bet he'd also have a lot of songs made about his name. But I really like the image of King Krishna Sarmapagu playing football. Everybody else on the team, on both
Me
teams,
too. I really do too.
everybody else on both teams is in full football garb, right? Pads, helmets, everything. King Krishna Sarmapagu is in a sari with her long flowing hair. Okay, and she's just stiff arming the fuck out of everybody, going down the field. And once again, King Krishna Sarmapagu, the only player who refused to play with pads and a helmet, insisting her sari is protection enough, and scored the game-winning touchdown.
That is great. How did he got Elon Musk after having a baby named like that to get on his show? That's great.
That sounds like it's worth watching. I think
I'd love to watch that, please. And I think we could find out a lot.
If I were interviewing him and said, like, what's your name? What's your baby's name? And he said, and I just didn't know at all. And he said, XAEA12. What? XAEA12? That's your baby's name? Why did you name your baby XAEA12?
I love that your question would be why.
Yeah, that's what I would have. That's what I would have said.
Grimes?
Grimes
I
stole
heard
him
they
from
have
her.
like see the I'm sorry to hear that, Kang Kang. They'll probably break up again, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be all over you, Ken Krishna
Mhm.
Star Pagoo. Don't
Yep.
you worry. Once he sees you playing football,
Exactly. This is exactly what I mean.
Mhm.
He's saying the things that are in my head.
we're on the same page, baby.
Yeah, we are. Checkmate. Bruce Moose. I'm gonna name my baby Checkmate Eller.
That's a good idea, Bruce Moose.
I can't even say it.
Check Matalamurus. Check Matalamurus. Check Matalamurus.
Because
Check Matalamurus.
it sounds Greek.
Check Matalamurus.
Check Matalamurus.
I must say that name doesn't seem like a countess name. Check
It doesn't. No, it really doesn't. That's like a. All right, this is shower time.
Yeah, I would consider maybe changing your name to simply Check Matalamurus.
Check Matalamurus.
It stands alone as a name. It's great.
Check Matalamurus. Check Matalamurus.
Or Check Matalamurus. This is a good name.
Chip Check. Hey, what's up, Chip Check? That's a nice nickname, Chip Check.
Check Matalamurus.
That really does sound like a British and Greek name.
Check Matalamurus is a great name. I'd consider changing your name to Check Matalamurus. Check Matalamurus.
Warrior poet.
Check Matalamurus, warrior poet. That's a great name too.
Can you name your child an emoji? That's a good question. Technobait.
Or just Check Matalamurus, warrior poet. That's a great name. That's a brilliant name.
I want to give Cloud, just because you mentioned Teal Swan as an angel once again, because you clearly really do think that she is. I'm gonna pull one of her cards for you and tell you what she has to say about you today.
Cloud and Teal sitting in a tree.
Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby in the baby carriage. Improvement. Okay?
Cloud, today's the day for you to improve.
28, number 28.
You're getting a needs improvement on your report card today.
Here, 28. I'll give you a couple lines of the angel's suggestions for you. If you have drawn this card upright, which it was, it is time to pop the personal bubble. Your personal bubble is the small world you live in. We all have one. Where you are at the center of the universe. You are concerned with your well-being, with not wanting to look back, with succeeding in life, with your personal pleasure. This is the bubble we all live in most of the time. And the people who say that they do not are trying to prove something. In your bubble, what matters most is how everything affects you personally. What'd you take from that?
That you should never listen to Teal Swan? What a C to the U to the N to the T.
You know what? I'm thinking, I'm getting these cards, like personal frequency cards, and I'm thinking I'll be empowered every day, right? Like with personal things that really will make me think. All I did was feel like shit.
Right. Okay, so here's another shitty interpretation of something about life.
Oh my god, you said so.
Beauty. If you get the beauty card, it means you're ugly.
Yeah! Yeah! It means you You need to look inside more.
You need to make up. You're lacking shin. You're lacking body. You need to do something.
Your chakras are not aligned enough to be beautiful.
Right. Oh, creativity. It means creatively you're a dunce. You need to really step up your game here. I'm Teal Swan and I'm sharing the good news. Teal Swan is actually a highly skilled pickpocket, basically.
She is.
Basically.
She has like leggings and stuff, but they're like $80 for
Eight-
our own
$80 leggings.
So that was the cheapest thing. That was like $40. Those cards.
Yeah. Teal Swan.
So I don't know. Do angels charge a lot for their clothing?
Teal Swan's the Osho of negativity. Right? It says meaningless negative things instead of meaningless positive things.
I worked with someone at Trader Joe's who's obsessed with Osho, and he's always trying to like give me like he's like Osho, you gotta like listen to him, because he was always like very zen at work. He just got away with everything, but so I was like, okay, cool, I'll listen, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, Osho. Let's look up some Osho quotes. Today I'm going to read some Osho quotes for us, okay?
Yay.
Let's see what kind of Osho quotes we have. Be. Don't try to become.
but
Yes, try to become. Of course. Why just be? Be.
if you were just being, you wouldn't be doing it like this.
Right. It's
Is it opposite SE?
you know, to be creative means to be in love with life.
What?
You can be creative only if you love life enough that you want to enhance its beauty. Really? That's the only form of creation? But Osho, that's not true. There are plenty of forms of creation that are not that.
Plenty.
You don't agree with Tia? She may not appeal to everyone. She's deeply thinking about the human psyche. I mean, I consider her an impossibly weak thinker.
You know what?
She may have some good ideas, but I want to talk about the blind squirrel thing, okay?
Yeah.
Look, there are two kinds of blind squirrels. Blind squirrels who know they're blind, and blind squirrels who think they have the best eyesight of all. She is in the latter camp. Now, she's not an ENTP at all, Cloud. That's ridiculous. She has no alpha quadrant values whatsoever. The thing about it is this. It's like me and my visual arts, right? I draw pictures fairly often and so forth. But here's the deal. I understand that when it comes to drawing pictures, I'm a blind squirrel. I also understand that blind squirrels nevertheless occasionally get some nuts, right? So I'm a blind squirrel who understands he's a blind squirrel and has adapted accordingly and has made good adaptations to being blind so that I can actually be successful among squirrels sometimes making visual arts, okay? Squirrels who can see, right? She is a blind squirrel who is dedicated more than anything else to avoiding the fact that she's blind, to pretending she's not, to insisting she sees better than anybody else. When she calls herself a spiritual luminary, that's how you know this woman is morally bankrupt.
True. Good point.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
She might be an ENFJ, Bill Burkett. That's possible. But I think she's an ENTJ. I'm quite sure she's SI polar regardless. She doesn't understand that she doesn't understand the significance of individual particular human experience. She's always reducing it to that which must be eliminated to be spiritually sound. Like we must get rid of all SI experience to be spiritually sound. That's what it looks like when a blind squirrel insists that being blind is the proper way to see.
Mm-hmm. I always, so she holds conventions and stuff where like you can go and ask her personal questions. And I always felt that like, I at one point wanted to do it. I was like, or thought about it, just imagined it. And I was, you know what? I think I would be so intimidated and the question would be so blasé to her that she would be so disappointed, ENTJ, that I don't even want to go to one of her things because I think that she would like she would
right. I would never even want to try to approach her and talk to her about anything because I know what ENTJs do. This is how they frustrate ENTPs. They ignore them.
Really?
Oh yeah. I could ask her any question in the world, no matter how perfect the question was to get her, she would ignore it. The more perfect it was, the more she would ignore it. This is how ENTJs avoid being called to account. If you can get them pinned down and they have to answer your questions, they will run in fucking terror.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, they don't want to face ENTPs. They're desperate to not face us.
See, that's where I'm naive and like, you know, thinking this. I don't know. I should have known my gut feelings by watching her videos and being like not really impressed by them, but still like I wanted to like really like her. I don't know why. But I always thought that if I went to one of her gatherings that I would not fit in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, there's one thing with giving placebo style improvement, which is not necessarily a bad thing. That's what's called placebo is really the magical power of observation, which shouldn't be understated the power of it. However, if you're going to be using that, you must, if you want to be an honest human being, be explicit that that's what you're doing, that this is magical thinking and it fits into a certain frame and should be used accordingly. And even then, you should be very careful about giving advice to people. I try to be very careful about giving advice. The only kind of people I really feel like I'm very super well qualified to give advice to, I'm going to get you a better poker for that in a second, okay? Are other ENTPs. I feel qualified to give advice to younger ENTPs. I think that when I tend to give advice to people other than ENTPs, my own personal experience doesn't really apply very well. And it's probably ill-advised to be giving them advice because they're going to take into themselves this idea that there's a standard they're not meeting. And that's making the problem worse, whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with you is the most universal, the best universal words I can give that apply to almost everybody except for narcissists. There's nothing wrong with you. You know, what's wrong with us all in part is that we've internalized that we're supposed to be other than how we are.
I don't know. I was reading, this is my, to Bill Burkett's statement, a liar, truth mixed with lies is like a delicious shit. Yeah. And I pulled, as I was reading that, the Ace of Pentacles came out. So that's a money idea you got there. Stick with that one. It is a supervision thing.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think that Rachel's sort of willingness at all to defer to Teal Swan is due to that it's supervisor type. But yeah, ENTJ ENTJs are scared of ENTPs, or they will use them when appropriate to get what they need done. So I have a fair number of ENTJs pay me to type them because, of course, ENTJs are going to figure out the best way to get typed, to be typed most correctly and successfully so they don't have to think about it anymore. And what's the best way to do that? Me.
To do it quickly. Yeah,
you get it done in an hour. It's a good price for them because they all make money,
Yeah, they do. Like the guy on the beach yesterday when we, the house behind us, I'm like, ENTJ.
Yes.
He was out there doing work, like loving it.
Yeah, Cloud's right. ENTPs are dumb. ENTP, I don't even know who you are. Right. Or ENTP goes, here's points 1, 2, and 3 about why this thing you're saying and talking about is completely fucking garbage. And they go, okay, moving on. Excuse me. Hello. You didn't answer what I said. Moving on. They just NI the fact that this isn't useful for them. No, that's not SI second. No, SI second gets flustered. NI second knows that there's no point in even walking down that path at all. No, CS Joseph would pretend to answer it. ENTJs don't even pretend. They just go, moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will.
They will.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You don't understand. I mean, who knows what type you are? And I'm still pretty sure you're an ESFP, Cloud. So you often are right about things.
They
so,
don't.
You know, blind squirrels and all. You're an effective blind squirrel.
Exactly. They do seek the truth too. But the avoidance to answer certain questions is real trait in them.
They use the truth, but they ignore the TI aspects of it. That's what's the problem. So when you point out TI problems, they ignore that.
Right.
It doesn't mean they're ignoring the truth. It means they're ignoring the TI aspects in favor of the holistic aspects that are not reducible.
Yes. Yeah. I remember, like, that's how my uncle was like. He had, like, confrontations with the family members, and he would, like...
I didn't say they run from me, Cloud. I said they ignore me. That's very effective. It's the most effective way of dealing with an ENTP. Ignore them. Don't address what they're saying, no matter what. Once you start addressing what they're saying, you're stuck. You're trapped.
Alan Brian, I like what you're saying. I'm not going to say it out loud, but I hear you about the types.
Yeah, it's true. Because they're TI ignoring, and it doesn't fit in with their TE frame of what they're trying to accomplish. It is irrelevant to the NI whole that they're using as their tool function. What are we really trying to get done here? Which has nothing to do with what Eric's saying. Eric's trying to interfere with us getting this done. Mm-hmm. So that's why they ignore me, Cloud. Of course, whether or not I'm right or wrong is not addressed by this equation here that we're talking about. And that's something to you that's irrelevant. Right, see? Just like I said. It's something to you that's irrelevant because you're TI polar, blind squirrel, you know? So thank you for making my point.
Was it?
And we're not talking about emotions now, Cloud.
What do you know about emoticons? You probably know a lot.
I know the ones I like better and the ones I don't like so much.
Yeah. Now, like, you were on computers before I was. Like, you were older on computers than I was.
Right. Well, I started computers in middle school when my family got an Apple IIe computer. And I had that for several years, 4 or 5 years or whatever. And I had a lot of those big old school floppy disks that were actually floppy.
Yeah.
This was before the days of these smaller disks. Oh. And it was a lot of fun. You know, I played lots of different computer games. I remember when we went from the green and black monitor to the one that had color. That was very exciting.
That's cool.
Yeah. Because prior to the color ones, they just had these monitors that just had green and black.
Yeah, you can see it in the 80s movies.
Yeah.
Now, did you use emoticons then? Like a heart, no. So that was like
It was before emoticons.
Ah.
That's a phenomenon of the internet.
Yeah.
And I had a computer before the internet, you know?
Yeah. I didn't know if, like, in writing,
with words, people would mess around with that stuff. I guess that is a phenomenon of the internet.
Yeah. It's a phenomenon of it's like, first, if you were to read novels or something or any other sort of published text prior to the internet, there were sometimes pictures in the books, but there was never anything like an inline winky or anything, right? So that sort of stuff had to be dealt with words. But if you can imagine back in the days when people used to write letters to each other, and that means, dear John, I am having a wonderful time here in Alabama while you are far away in Tennessee. And then the letter would get, then they write back. Well, in those contexts, you can imagine that some people probably did put little smiley faces and stuff in there. Or doodles or whatever. And so it was within the realm of actual communication and text that people would do, but it wasn't something that would be adopted until later because it wasn't within the published or universal or external metaphysical field at large.
You make me think of hieroglyphics.
It's very hieroglyphic-ish.
Yeah.
Cloud, I have never claimed that FI is my area. I've never claimed to be an expert on FI. In fact, I've always pointed out that unlike you, I afford FI its due area, whereas you don't afford TI its due area. That's what I keep pointing out and you keep ignoring. So I do think feelings are important. I do think that FI matters. And I do think that certain areas of life need to be adjudicated by FI concerns, via FI. I do think I'm bad at that. Okay. However, here's the problem, Cloud. You don't afford me the same courtesy. You don't agree that TI has its area of sovereignty and that it ought to be prime in when addressing certain kinds of questions. You don't care about fairness or equity in that regard. And you also don't care about reality because what I'm saying is true. And what you're saying is FI always wins everything.
Right. It's not taking any other person's account.
Yeah. So hopefully that makes you feel better now that I've addressed your concerns. I don't think it does, but because you're not interested in having the correctness, you're interested in being Cloud. What am I looking for? Weed.
Too.
One of the types that causes more problems than solutions? Well, it depends how you think of it, I guess. I think of it as a tool that I use to understand people better. And that is very successful for me to understand people better. In this context, we're talking about cognitive functions. We're not using what we know about cognitive functions, right? So this is meta-analysis we're doing here. Does meta-analysis result in a lot of pointless back and forth bickering and stuff? Yes, It does. That's what we do around here.
Yeah, it is.
So, but the thing is, in terms of understanding cognitive functions in the world, I find it extremely useful in my life. It helps me to understand my dad. It helps me to understand Rachel. It helps me to understand my daughter. It helps me to understand everybody who's important in my life and to recognize that, when they do something that once would have made me be like, why are you being wrong? Now I go, oh, that's ISTJ behavior there. That's what's wrong with Cameron. There's nothing wrong with Cameron. He's FE polar and he's an ISTJ. That's why he's like that. What's wrong with my dad? There's nothing wrong with my dad. He's an ESTJ, and that's why he's like that. And I can understand that and not be so upset when he's ignoring TI things or being NI polar or whatever. I can just accept him for who he is and respect him for who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And the same is true for everybody who's not my own type, This is something that cognitive functions has allowed me to do that I was not able to do before because I need to understand these things intellectually and abstractly for them to sink in for me. Probably because I'm not bipolar. So cognitive functions helps me to better put myself in other people's shoes and respect their experience and their way of being, even when it runs afoul of my own.
I'd like to have a photo of the cognitive functions, like the stacks and everything. I would really like to learn more too, because I'm learning more through you, and it's been helpful. And I think I don't know, like your graphs with the colors and stuff, or maybe I can make one.
Yeah, we should. Totally.
Yeah, I'd like to hang it up maybe over there or on the board. Because I see visually too. I hear your words and then visually I put it together, and that's how I learn.
Cool.
Call me when you're Bieber. You don't know me. You don't even own me. That's opposite.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
That song does get stuck in your head, though, doesn't it? I shared it on Facebook the other day. This song, "A Good Song Never Dies" by Saint Motel. I could maybe link it here too. It's such a good song.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, this thing is a triumph.
Mm-hmm. They've been growing as a band. I've been listening to some of their like earlier stuff.
It's better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured as much.
But that's like, I feel like that's our band. We like really like their stuff together. A lot of their songs. My Food Job Rocks. What's that for, Octavio Silva?
Hambone, I will not be questioned by the likes of you.
Clicky Clicky.
Clicky, clicky.
Yeah, she put links in.
Oh, sure. Top 5 rock metal bands. Okay, rock metal bands. I mean, the thing is, I don't.
Oh.
Oh, look at
That
that.
is nice.
It's great. There's
And
the
then I'll
S's,
highlight
there's the
them.
N's.
Maybe I'll print it out or something.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Wow. Octavio Silva.
Thank you. Matt Rose.
Okay, if you're talking about, like, let's say classic rock bands or metal bands, then something before 1990, let's say, or before 1992 or so, then I would say I put AC/DC and Led Zeppelin up there. I mean, would that include the Beatles? I'm not sure if rock metal bands would be including the Beatles.
They like helped formed it.
Yeah, if the Beatles count as qualifying, then they're in there. I would say
Rock.
It's a hard question to answer. It's not really. I mean, I put Zeppelin ahead of AC/DC.
Yeah, Zeppelin's that's classic.
Yeah, Zeppelin's number
rock.
one. Zeppelin's number
Heavy
one.
metal. They changed it with the guitar. With the electric guitar, they took it to like the next level.
Can I put Queen in there?
Yeah, Queen for
if I
sure.
can put Queen in there.
Yeah, they're
put
fucking
Queen.
rocking. I think they rock. I would put them on my list.
Yeah, I put Queen ahead of AC/DC as well. If they count.
Now why?
They've got more timeless songs.
Based on hits, yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's hard to think of anymore. For some reason, I keep wanting to say Huey Lewis and the News,
Aw,
but they don't qualify in the
they're
top
pop
five.
rock.
But
That's a really good question. It's a difficult one. I'd have to see a list of. Metal?
Let's see. Maybe you could throw the Scorpions in there. Yeah, maybe some Def Leppard. You could throw some Def Leppards. You could throw some Scorpions in there.
Yeah.
Um,
What about the Zombies?
that's not a hard rock. That's
No, they're
not rock.
not. They're rock, but they're...
Oh yeah, I mean, you might put a little Black Sabbath in there.
Black Sabbath.
I can handle some Black Sabbath. I would not put Iron Maiden or Judas Priest in there, but I'd put Black Sabbath before Def Leppard.
Yeah.
And I'd put the Scorpions before Def Leppard too. I think
I
Def
love the
Leppard.
Scorpions as well, but when I hear their songs, I like them. Like
Right.
when.
Rock Me Like a Hurricane.
Oh yeah.
I don't really like Metallica at all. I just don't like them.
Neither do I. I only like Enter the Sandman.
Okay, well, Matt Rose, why do you need such clarity? All right, here's my top five then. I will lay it out for you. Zeppelin number 1, Queen number 2, AC/DC number 3, Black Sabbath number 4, Scorpions number 5. That's my 5. Okay? That's my 5. Led Zeppelin number 1, Queen number 2, AC/DC number 3, Black Sabbath number 4, and Scorpions number 5. That's my 5.
It's a good 5.
Thanks.
You're welcome. That's like a difficult question.
It is a difficult question because I don't have a lot of bands like that I like.
Yeah, same here.
That is my top 5 metal bands. I don't know. I don't like metal very much.
Neither do I. Which helps, right?
Yeah. It's like
awesome
it makes-
5. It is an awesome 5. Thank you for that
Thanks.
question. Talk about. That's
Billy Joel number 3. Billy Joel doesn't quite qualify. I don't think it's
No.
rock or heavy metal. Although I do like
He's
Billy.
a slave.
Oh, you're an INTJ. Okay, well that explains.
Yeah, that does. Nice running fox. Running fox. I'm so you identify as an ENTP? Because I feel like you and I are very similar. But you could be. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Joni Mitchell number 1.
That's number 1.
That's not heavy metal,
When
Eric.
I want to get into my FI, I swear Joni Mitchell brings it out.
Yeah, Joni Mitchell's my FI bringer too.
Yeah, she makes me cry.
Although I gotta say, she also brings out a lot of SI in me. Because Joni Mitchell was what I used for FI in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I'd sit in the parking lot of the Denny's that burned to the ground after we go there for coffee, and I'd sit there and think about this girl that I was in love with, I guess, or in like with, or whatever you want to call it. I had a crush on her, I guess. And I'd listen to Joni Mitchell songs and sort of feel the, feel the heaviness of life.
Wow. The White Album did that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should take a listen to Neutral Milk Hotel in the Aeroplane Over the Sea album.
I'll make a note of it. Neutral Milk Hotel. I know some of their stuff. I know an ENFJ that likes them. Oh, I don't know much of theirs though. Oh, excuse me.
Post-hardcore. Is that a
Airplane over
genre?
the sea.
Post-hardcore. Silly. Why are there all these genres anyway?
Let's see.
It's got a double endorsement here for Airplane Over the Sea.
Okay. Aeroplane over the sea. Oh, I know this. I know this album.
Don't play that. We're gonna get copyrighted.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I know this. The song or the album you want?
The album.
Okay.
But
So albums.
Cradle of Filth, All Shall Perish, Children of Bodom, Dimmu Borgir, and Bathory. I haven't heard of any of those bands. I have never heard of any of those bands. Not Rose, but I'm glad you offered those. Those are some great names. Cradle of Filth.
Oh, I know Neutral Milk Hotel. I know them more than I thought I did.
All Shall Perish. Great band name. Great band name.
All Shall Perish.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And Cradle of Filth. Why are they
Cradle
so,
of Filth. Oh my god.
why are they so negative though in their whole approach to things? Why do they have Cradle of Filth? Why not Cradle of Goodness?
Those bands all frighten me by their name alone. Running Fox. It is pretty nonsensical. Curious Cure.
Jordan Masson and the Horse Museum's Divorce Lawyers, I Shaved My Head. That's Slipknot.
Mason and Jordan Mason divorce lawyers. Okay. All right, people. All right. Cancel divorce lawyers. I shaved my head. That's the album.
But seriously, this is what I'm thinking. If you are going to name your band Cradle of something, and you had a choice of endless things to choose from, why would you choose Phil?
Can you, Octavio, can you suggest a song for me? 2009. I get that vibe. I know the 2009 music vibes. Alice in Chains. I don't know. I feel like there is a song by Alice in Chains that I do like, but I don't know what it is. Wild Dogs Divorce. Cool. Thank you.
Have you heard about Cassicorn, my ex-Corn cover band? See, Cassicorn is a band that I imagined. And it began as a Corn cover band. But in order to indicate that they were a cover band, they spelled their name with a C. So, but people just kept saying to them, you know, there's already a band named Korn. So they decided to add a capital K in front of the C to indicate that they knew that there was a band named Korn and they were a Korn cover band.
Really?
So then they became Korn. Okay. But obviously people said, listen, you shouldn't have the K first and then the C because it makes it seem like the real band is more important than you guys, the cover band. So then they decided to put another C in front of it. And they became Korn.
Oh. Triple C's. That's really badass.
I don't remember the full story. This is some story I made up.
Yes,
one time
cough of weed indeed. Frederico.
Hey, Perico. Now
Do
come over here. Have us some pizza.
you feel oily like me? I do. That sounds like Borat. Go to YouTube. The priest still not dead. Okay. Priest still not dead. No, I'm not.
I bet you like almost none of these songs are any good.
You're not gonna like Neutral Milk Hotel.
I'm not? Why?
No.
Self-indulgent?
Yeah.
Their name suggests to me too much any already in the mix.
Yeah. I don't know. I know, like, I know their stuff.
But just think about the band name, right? That's an example of any without NI. Oh, let's take 3 words that don't go together at all
Yeah.
and just string them together randomly. Neutral Milk Hotel.
It's close to Neutral.
Is there no NI anywhere? Did nobody in this band have any introverted intuition? Then maybe you should take advantage of the
that's
opportunity.
All right.
Still not
Okay,
dead
so then I'll
priest.
find you. All right. YouTube. Still not dead priest. Okay.
Grave Satanic Slaughter, General Surgery, Scar Symmetry, or Autopsy Torment. Those are terrible names. Why do they have to? Why do they have to do that? Yes, any is an indie band name generator. Correct. That's one of the things that extroverted intuition does. NI is the thing that picks their good one. And ignores the other ones. Vomitory. Vomitory is a good name. Vomit Lord would be a good name as well.
Still not dead priest official music video. Is that what you're talking about, Alan?
He's
Cradle of Filth? No, I am not. I don't want to know Cradle of Filth.
no. Alan's saying. I think he's just saying that he relates to the priest in that video.
Oh, cool. All right.
I don't think
cool.
he's saying he made it. I think he's saying he
relates.
views himself as the priest.
Cool. I'm gonna watch it later. Thank you for that. I see.
What's a good NI band name? Okay, so
Excuse me, that's Plum.
here's a good NI band name from the movie. I don't remember what movie it was from, but I don't remember the name of the movie. But this is a good example of an NI band name. Hey, that's my bike. What? I don't remember the name of the movie. It may have been Slackers or something like that.
I've never seen it. I've never seen Slackers.
Let me Google "Hey, that's my bike" and it'll pop up. I'm sure.
Dyslexic virgin.
Reality Bites. That's the movie.
I love Reality Bites.
Yeah, the band in that movie is called "Hey, That's My Bike."
Oh my gosh. We should watch that together.
This Is My Band is a pretty
This Is-
strong.
that's
It's
an
a pretty
NI.
strong band name. Actually.
Yeah, it is. This is my band.
Hold My Beer is a good band name as well. Is that an actual
yeah,
band
it
name?
is.
Is that a band?
I think LCD Sound System is a pretty NI because they became popular in like the 2000s.
It's what was I gonna say? Oh, it's a very NI band in general. You're a drummer in a grunge band?
Is
Right on.
cool. I like grunge.
And I like drummers.
That's like a complete and full circle.
Yeah. Alice in Chains.
Shy Tea.
Shy T's not a bad name.
No.
Oh, you are the guy. So you made that thing. Killing a motorized police? I don't
I
think that's
get
a good
you,
band name.
Alan. Like, I do that too.
Right
Like-
now, this sort of thing might get us in trouble with YouTube too. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove this.
Yeah,
comment.
I agree. We're not really cool. Things are not good. All right, so Alan, I totally get you. Eric realized the reason why I like watching Community sometimes is because there's an INFJ in it. She's weak INFJ, but at least it's an INFJ. No, exactly, Federico.
It's conceptually denied, not just
That's
linguistically.
oily. That was oily.
I like your use of this term. I've not heard it before.
This isn't Italian. Italians are known for, like, a stereotype is they're known for being oily. Or something.
It means
Oily
is
skin.
it does it also mean basically Italian shady?
Yeah,
Italia
you
shade.
could use that as Italian shade. Yeah, for sure.
Vomiting on Mount Everest is a good name for a band.
Yeah, that is.
Community tea time. I like it.
Community tea time.
I like community tea time.
I do too.
I like community chapstick
I like
as
community.
a band name too.
Yeah, I do too. Community chapstick. I like a lot. It's Caterpillar time.
I've thought before the following band name as being a good idea, which is, but what about my needs? Or just what about my needs?
Yeah, that's good.
Um,
What about my needs?
Leave Me Alone. Leave Me Alone is not a bad band name.
Yeah, no.
I like
No.
it. Community Chapstick 2 Eric Core. Okay, it might be a little too Eric Core. I agree.
Come on.
No,
I think
no,
it's
no.
good.
He's right. It's a little too quirky,
Okay,
a little too
alright.
clever. More of a song. It is a song title.
Community chaps. Okay. All right. Okay. I like it. How
There's one rock band for every 400 people.
about jaywalking? The jaywalk is that they're actually a band though? I think.
Probably.
Yeah, the jaywalkers are a band. Never mind.
Knock Your Block
Waiting in
Off?
line for the
Mm.
bathroom.
Community Caca Popey? No.
Where's Vincent's mom?
We're going to nix that one right off the bat. There's a Facebook group called
The Cockblockers.
no. Is there a Facebook group called the Cockblockers?
I don't know.
Is it gone? Is it no longer the group I'm in?
See all. You have to go see all.
See y'all.
Yeah.
Oh. And this one. You see, I
My
put,
first cod piece.
my first cod piece is a suggestion I posted in Bands Have the Darndest Names. This is a group that has 685 members that all people do is put band names in
That's
there.
great.
Okay. I'm going to link to it here. Panic at the Costco. All right, I'm gonna link to it. You might have to join it or something. I don't know. Maybe I gotta invite
Bye.
you or something. Bye. It's a fun group.
Ring the doorbell. COVID summer.
So
See, I can think of like song names better than like band names.
Macho
Mom
Man,
jeans.
Mom Jeans is not bad. Oh, Cameron's in this group. Look.
Cool.
Breasticles, Corona Party. These are things that people put in here. I'm just reading them randomly. Archipelago, Hitler's Alligator, The Tidiots, Fisted Sister. Fisted Sister's pretty good.
That is good.
Factor Jesus. Factor Jesus is pretty funny. Goo Bazookas, Million Open Windows, Draft Dodgers, Unnecessary Monthly Subscription.
Nice. I like that one a lot.
I like this one too. Project Peppermint Patty. What explosively? What is your penis name? The first letter of your name and the first letter of your last name. So my penis name would be Iron Flute.
How nice.
Rachel's penis name would be Fun Injector.
So literal.
I gotta get this. I wanna get
Yeah,
this
you
thing.
do.
This is fun. I'm
Put it on the
gonna post this.
community.
Yeah, I'm gonna post this on the community for sure. People will like this.
Yeah. Joe Hoppengarner. Why did literally just saying what I was looking at? Love gun. Love guns.
All right, here we go. Use this chart to determine the name of your penis. Then put it as a comment. Good thing to say. Image. Select a file to upload. This one.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you'd like to see that thing I'm talking about, and you can tell me what your penis name is, please go to this link and you can play What's My Penis Name? Okay, here's the thing right there. Go there and you can figure out the name of your penis. Mine is, again, just to refresh my memory, Iron Flute.
Yum.
Rachel's the Fun Injector. Let's see what my dad's is. My dad's is an explosive flute.
Explosive flute. Whoa.
Yeah.
Your mom is
What?
the love flute.
Well, yeah, even if we use her maiden name,
Yeah.
she's still the love flute.
Yeah. My mom is Iron Injector, but now with her maiden name, if she uses it, it's Sword.
Iron Sword.
Yeah.
That's appropriate for your mom.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so if you were to click that link, you will find the they call it the legend by which you can decode your penal name. It depends on the first letter of your first name and the first letter of your last name. Bathtub is a good band name. It's a little plain.
Bathtub strippers.
Truth can spoil a good story. That's a pretty good band name.
Yeah, it is.
For a
Truth can
longer name, it's
spoil a
pretty good.
Story. Yeah.
I would normally think you don't want a band name to be quite that long, but that may be an exception to that rule.
Yeah.
You got a Harry Flute, Matt? Your last name starts with S too.
Harry Flute, that's cute. Elongated schlong. Nah.
Oh yeah, Alan Bryan, Matt Rose. You can figure out Matt Rose. Matt's a pleasure knob. Okay? Matt Rose, you're a pleasure knob. Alan Bryan, you're a hairy pecker. Okay. Those are easy to figure out.
Yeah.
Winston's mom, W and M. Winston's mom. Winston's
Pussy.
mom is a pussy sword.
Wow.
Nice.
Slaying that puss.
Let's see who else we got in here.
How did you know?
All right, let's do Rusmus Drummer. R&D. Let's see what it
R&D.
is. Rusmus Drummer, you are a fun unit. That's your penis name is Fun Unit. Congratulations, you're fun. Vainamoinen. Let's do Vainamoinen. No,
V-
Vainamoinen. V and O. V and O.
Yes,
Vainamoinen,
indeed. What time to be alive.
your penis is named Mr. Destroyer.
Whoa!
Vainamoinen.
I know. Wow.
Watch out, girls. Watch out.
Watch out, indeed.
David Grand M. Let's see. DG. Explosive Tube.
Ooh.
Your penis is named Explosive Tube. I'd also say women, watch out for that as well.
Yeah.
It's an explosive tube.
Explosive tube. Women should watch out. Does it come with like a warning label?
Yeah.
Running Fox.
Here we go. Running Fox. Running Fox, you are a fun beef. Fun beef.
Yeah.
That's what your peckers call this. Fun beef. Congratulations, Fun Beef. All right, so let's see who else we got up here. So we have another name.
David Grand M.
We just did him.
Oh.
Oh, Curious Kyra, CK.
Oh.
Curious Kyra's gone, but let's see what her penis
Yeah.
name is anyway.
Yeah. She.
Hulk Killer.
Whoa.
Hulk Killer?
So then maybe she should have been in the movie to romance the Hulk instead of.
I think that might be the name
Joanne.
of. I think that might be the name of her vagina.
Yeah.
Hulk Killer.
Yeah. Yeah. Only she can destroy the Hulk.
That's
Hey, you bring the wine, I'll bring the beef.
it's your real internet name, Matt.
Yeah, it is.
So your real internet penis is named accordingly.
Yeah. He goes by that's the rule by him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Winston's mom is always Winston's mom. She's
She has some other name that she claims is her name, but that's not her name. Her name is Winston's mom. Otherwise, she wouldn't have put it here on the internet. Your real name starts with A and ends with S? Okay, let's see what that is. Is your name Ass?
or A and S.
Harry Flute. Okay, congratulations, Harry
You're
Flute.
a hairy flute.
Has got it going on. If that's your last name, Vainamoinen has got it going on. What a great last name.
Yeah, it is. L-O-L-E-A.
Mr. Gun.
Ooh.
Vainamoinen has got it going on.
Mr. Gun. Pow pow. Who asked you anyway?
Oh, puns. I love you, puns.
Mm-hmm.
Your real name is
Quadra.
Cradle of Phil. Isn't it fun live streaming? Live streaming is
This
fun.
is really fun. It is.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Well,
Yeah, it is a good channel. KR Astrology.
Hulk beef. Hulk beef. It sounds like the meat of the Incredible Hulk. After they finally killed the Hulk, they butchered him and are selling chunks of Hulk beef.
Didn't come.
Check metalemerus. Oh, MC. MC. Let's find out what
Yeah,
MC
MC.
is. Pleasure salami.
Ooh, that's
That's-
a new one.
That's a good one. It's a good penis name
salami.
for you. Your penis named the Pleasure
Pleasure
Salami.
salami.
That's pretty good.
That is. Oh, you're very welcome. You like MC? Yeah, MC is good.
So, I think what I'm
We've
gonna
been here
do
tonight.
is this: I'm gonna smoke this cigarette, and
Yep.
we're probably gonna wrap it up thereafter and decide what we want to do. Oh, I need to go to the
I'm gonna
ATM.
shower.
You guys
We gotta
shower.
get front line for Kitty.
Go to the ATM. Go front line for Kitty.
I'm gonna. Can I pull? I see a hair.
Yeah, of course. Pull away. Pull, pluck, or cut as you see fit.
Good tweezers. Where are you? I've seen you.
They're on top of this
Oh, there they are.
mirror.
Cool. And
What do you want? Glasses?
I don't think I need a
Right
big.
there.
Cool. Thank you.
Frontline for Kitty is a good band name. You're right, Running Fox. Frontline for Kitty. That is a good band name. You get it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's true. Octavia, so you got a point there.
For little death cap for cutie. It's yeah.
Frontline
that-
for Kitty is much more important though, because Kitty actually has fleas,
Yeah.
and we don't want Kitty to suffer,
No.
especially since Kitty has once again hurt her paw.
Okay, I got it without glasses.
Oh, you got it that time. As a juicer, I
Yeah,
can feel it.
was.
That's a juicer.
Juicer. Isn't it? It feels so nice when you get a juicer.
Yeah, it does. It's the best kind of pain is a hair being pulled out.
Yeah.
It's my favorite kind of pain.
Me too.
So why is my kitty always hurting her feet and legs?
I know.
What is up with this? She is. It's obviously got too much SE. It's SE tool function getting her into trouble.
Plain. Yeah,
Well-
so yeah, her back other leg is now bruised, I think.
Yeah, I think she's okay basically.
Yeah.
But she hurt herself a little bit.
She's adventuring.
She goes out and who knows what kind of trouble she gets
If
into.
she's in the garage, she's probably staying there for a little while in a corner that's safe, but then she goes out and she looks about. Sometimes Adventure Kitty is gonna get
Kitty hurting my feely. That's a good band name.
Aw. Kitty hurting my feely. Aww.
Kitty hurting my feely is a great band
That
name. Actually,
is.
I like it a lot.
Kitty
Kitty hurting my feely.
Aw.
Really, really. When Kitty, when I say, "Oh, but Kitty, come and love me," and Kitty just walks away. Oh, Kitty hurting my feelings.
Does she come back then?
No, I've never said it, but I will from now on.
Yeah, because she's FI, so.
She might.
So maybe
yeah.
she'll be like,
Oh, I'm not putting myself in his shoes.
Mhm.
She loved me good last night. We slept. She slept right next to me for quite a lot of the night.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh.
It made me feel like, oh, you know that feeling that sometimes people get. What emotion is that? Oh,
Adoration?
no.
No, see, I say oh 'cause it's so cute.
Oh, what emotion is that? You know. Oh my gosh, you guys! What emotion is that? What emotion is oh my gosh, you guys? Can anybody name that emotion? What can I name that emotion?
When I say oh my gosh, I'm excited. Is that an emotion?
Awe. Awe is not an emotion. That's not awe. Awe is like, wow, the Grand Canyon.
No.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Is not awe. That can't be the emotion of awe.
No.
Overwhelming cuteness. We're getting closer now. Or
Yeah, overwhelming cuteness. That is closer.
appreciation. Appreciation of the adorableness or something. Adorability. Extroverted adorability. Soft aggressiveness.
Some people will take it as that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Love? I don't think that emotion's love. I think that emotion is best titled, oh my gosh, you guys. All one word.
Yeah. Because, like, I think oh my gosh, you guys would come after it.
Oh my gosh, you guys. This is so adorable. You guys,
Precious.
you should know. Watching like SFJs interact with each other is kind of like watching like birds making weird noises.
Yeah, it is.
SFJ women doing their
Yeah.
SFJ pitch variation stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like a big high.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's like peacocks, kind of.
Yeah, it is.
They sound like that too.
They do. That's a good observation.
Yeah. When you're sitting like at like Denny's by yourself at the counter or something at lunchtime. Back when I used to be single I was single for quite a while there, you know, and I would eat all my meals at Denny's. And depending on what time you go, if you go at like lunchtime and you get people like women from different places meeting together, like Julie, yeah. You know, and they all come in and usually they're like one extrovert is kind of like taking over the conversation, and you're sitting close enough to them and you're by yourself, so you can't not pay attention to them because they're loud. And it's like there's this textbook group of women that come in and does this shit, and it's just like, what in the world are they doing? What possible satisfaction can there be from doing all this ritualized kind of noise making that they do?
That is a very good question.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I tried to avoid the lunchtime at Denny's. Was I didn't like listening to the conversations of the people who were
Speaking of
at break from lunch.
Speaking of peacocks.
Oh, Peter's here.
Peter.
Hi, Peter.
Hi, Pete. I'll get him.
All right. Let me see if I can show the people. Can I show the people all of the things that I see with my very own eyes? No, I can't. I can't show the people. Maybe Peter will come up here. I can show the people.
Did we tell the people about the movie we watched the other night?
I talked a little bit about it. You talked a little bit about it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
We saw The Island last night by Michael Bay, I think.
Oh, I didn't talk about that at all. Actually.
Oh,
Yeah, The Island.
The Island, yeah. And you thought it was a good ESTP INFJ combo, right?
Yeah, that's totally an ESTP INFJ couple.
That's like a good, yeah, it really was.
See if you can get him to come over here. So
Ah,
I put food over here.
yeah.
So. Hi, Peter. Come up here, Peter. Come here, Peter.
Peter.
Come on, Pete. Yeah, come here, Peter. Come here. Good Pete. Come.
Oh God, I'm sorry. Sorry, Peter.
Right, he'll come over here. We just let him do his thing.
Peter.
He's here. He's up.
Oh, cool.
He's gonna eat those things and come over.
Hey. I like that he likes the greens.
Ancient craze.
Nice shot.
Is it hot in here? It's not that hot.
Big boy. He is a big boy.
Yeah. When he finishes those bits over there, he'll come over here and get these, and I'm sure.
Yeah. I Hansel and Gretel him sometimes because your dad doesn't like him being back here, and he's good. He's very good about it. He just wants to eat. Yeah, Peter, I'm talking about you.
You're a very good and important peacock.
Yes, you are. I met you the first day I was here.
I'm gonna add some new treats over here so that he'll be more drawn to you.
All right. LOL. Uzu says yeet.
Yeet. Yeet is right. There you go, Pete.
Those feathers are so beautiful.
There he comes.
Just coming in. Like, boy, that roast my lad.
There we go.
It's a great job.
This is the kind of excitement that you can enjoy on the Talking with Fans for the live stream. A peacock eating. Kind of peaceful, huh?
Yeah, it is. How handsome. All the colors.
I bet if we just live stream just this all day, if we could get it like a natural spot with peacocks eating, the people would just watch the peacocks. Some people
Yeah,
just
they
tune in
would.
and just
Like they
watch
do with
peacocks.
pandas. Baby pandas. They raise. Yes. Handsome. And hungry Mr. Pete.
What a good
Aw,
peacock friend.
What a good peacock friend.
Yes.
Good breaking of the cracker.
job.
Yes.
Yeah, you're breaking it up.
Look at all those
What
beautiful colors.
type is Pete? What type is Pete? I think he's in ISFJ.
Yeah.
I think he's in ISFJ.
Yeah, I do too. He loves eating.
He loves eating. He's not really good with the ladies.
Mm-mm.
But you know, I think he might have almost got laid the other day.
Yeah. That sounds good. I think so too. I heard
Yeah.
a loud peahen.
Maybe he did. They fall out every year and then they grow new ones every year. If you pull them out, then they'll be very mad at you.
Are ISFJs bad with women?
I don't think they're bad with women. I just don't think they're big pimps in any sort. You know, it's like Pete he puts a lot more energy into getting snacks than he does to getting laid.
Yeah.
You know?
And he really appreciates it too.
He's got kind of a Winnie the Pooh vibe, I think.
Aw, he is very lovable.
Story of my life. I think I almost got laid the other night.
Oh, I put a clay mask on to get my oil out of my pores. I feel dirty.
I like it. It looks like ninja makeup.
Thanks. Naruto style.
Yeah, Naruto style. Yeah, so you can't pull their feathers out or they'll get very upset at you. but they do fall out every year. So every year there's a stretch of a few weeks where all of a sudden there's a shit ton of these feathers everywhere. The year there aren't any of them anywhere. So that's the truth about peacocks and their feathers. How do TE and NI work together in INTJ, Eric? Very well. I don't know. I think it's time for me to end this live stream, even though whenever time I end a live stream, I feel momentarily lonely. Goodbye, everybody. I love you. Talk to you later.